and on this episode of A Few Beers and a Shot. Hey everyone, in this episode we'll be drinking Broken Skull American Lager by Segundo Brewing Company. This beer is their take on classic American lager, made for the working man and woman. This beer is brewed with the finest American-grown barley and hops, and is the ultimate reward for a hard day's work. Coming in at 4.8% alcohol, this beer goes down easier than a 3-day weekend.
Nice.
I wish I had a 3-day weekend.
Yeah. Well, we get those every now and again.
Yeah, that's true.
We get Memorial Day coming up soon.
Yeah, but I think I work, so I'll take the holiday.
Actually, by the time this episode comes out, Memorial Day.
Maybe.
Yeah. Cinco de Mayo to Memorial Day. We got a couple of
Episodes in between.
already recorded, so yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back, everybody. And we're drinking Broken Skull.
Broken Skull American Lager, which is a collaboration with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The Rattlesnake.
Yes. Can I get an oh hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Oh, that was one of my favorite things growing up, dude, was watching wrestling with my grandma.
Yeah.
I actually just watched, it was it's WWE now, because they got sued by the World Wildlife Foundation. So they had to change it to World. I know, but they had to change it to World Wrestling Entertainment. But like they tried to change the whole history of it, like, oh, back in the '80s, WWE. It's like, no, it was WWE. You could say it's retro. You could say it back then.
Yeah.
But like, what was it going with this? They had a pay-per-view in France.
Okay.
Dude, it was insane.
Hmm.
Like there was the final match. They were going. The fans were going so crazy. Like the cameras were literally shaking.
Yeah.
And even the announcers are like, "This 11,000 crowd sounds like 80,000 people right now."
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking cool.
You know, that was probably. I mean, not to say that the actual wrestlers were cool, but just the commentators. Like now, if you just listen to the commentators say all that, dude, I wish they would let them fucking sweat. Like, holy shit!
Sometimes they do. Some of them get away with it every now and then. Like they'll have like, "Oh my!" Like there was one that was like, "Holy fuck!" And they're just like, "Well, it happened." So
yeah, I always go back to. I know it's a different sport, but the UFC one where Joey's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
yeah. But it's like you see those dudes from.
Well, dude, in the one match in the main event, the guy did this funny like pose or whatever, and the other dude, they show his face on the camera. He clearly goes, "You motherfucker!" It's just like you couldn't change it any other way. He's just like,
"Yep,"
and you're like, "Yeah, he wasn't talking about making fudge later. That's for sure." But anyway, let's get to this
Stone Cold
Broken Skull American Lager. And clearly with the American theme with some barbed wire and skull. I like it.
White and blue.
Smells like an American lager.
Yes, it does.
It looks like one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we need to do? We need to stand on a top rope and fucking slam these like he did.
Well, he didn't stand on the top.
Well, he was in like the middle one.
You know, he actually had a guy that was like just his beer thrower, tosser.
That's all he did.
Yeah. But the dude had an arm like a fucking quarterback, dude.
I know,
he would toss him across the fucking stadium or the arena or whatever.
He threw dimes, too. Dude.
Yeah, they were
wherever he was, he'd be like,
he just still got his hand. The dude put it right there. I was like, damn.
That was actually pretty cool.
That was.
And I would like, I watch like some like the old videos on YouTube and stuff where like they'll show, and there was one with like Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold threw him a beer, and Hulk was like, "Oh, I don't know if I should be drinking this on TV." And then he fucking slams it. And you're just like, "Oh, he is a normal person. Okay, there we go."
Cheers, brother.
All right, man. Let's see how this tastes.
Bubbles going up. That's awesome.
Yes.
Salud.
It's not bad. It needs to be colder.
Yeah, it does, definitely. So,
Tastes familiar.
tastes like tavern beer.
Pretty much. Yeah. Very on the same par as like what you would be like, I want to go to the bar to get a beer.
Yep. So what brewery was this?
El Segundo.
El Segundo, California?
I would assume so. Let me double check.
No, Stamford, Connecticut.
Really?
Brewing company, yeah.
No,
It's Two Roads.
Is that the subsidiary?
Yeah. Brewed and canned for El Segundo Brewing Company by Two Roads Brewing Company. That's right.
Yeah, so El Segundo was the original brewery, and they got bought out by Two Roads.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a pretty standard beer.
Yes, it is.
No extra flavors, nothing.
No, it's just your regular, typical, like, yeah, I'm going to drink a beer after work. Like,
Yep.
You're just drinking a beer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think it's a nice little, it's just run-of-the-mill, your standard beer.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, it's good, but it's not like...
It's not to write home about.
Yeah.
So good. It's a good thirst quencher.
But if you're wrestling and you're just one and you want to slam a beer, like, that's something
If you
I would
just,
drink.
And
you don't care if it gets all over the place.
what was it? Stone Cold Finisher?
The stunner.
Yeah.
It's Stone Cold Stunner.
So
Bro.
you just,
Dum, dum, dum.
put out a couple stunners and you're like, oh, that worked up an appetite.
But definitely, if it was colder, it would help out.
Fuck this out.
Because it's not cold enough for me.
It's an old TikTok or short of Stone Cold. Like, do you want something to drink? He's like, you know what? I'll have an ice cold beer. So, well, would you like to eat anything with that? It's like, now that you mention it, I'll have another ice cold beer.
But it's very light.
Yeah.
Not hoppy at all.
No, but it's a lager. It's good.
If you like mainstream, the top ones, it's kind of like a meld between Miller Lite and Bud Light put together.
Yeah.
I'd say if you took those two and put it together.
I'm surprised
That's
this
what it
isn't something like all light. Even though it is pretty light, it tastes like a light beer.
It might be, it might not, but most craft breweries do not make light beer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It tastes like a light beer, like you said, like if you were drinking Miller Lite or Bud Light, something like that.
I feel like it's a meld of those two.
Yeah. So, you had a topic for today, sir?
Yeah, dude, I had a weird dream, and I had a dream about like shows I used to watch as a kid.
Okay.
And I was just thinking we should talk about like our top like 10 or 15 shows that you remember watching as a kid.
So, like I was telling you earlier, the X-Men 97 comeback,
Mm-hmm.
like we grew up. Well, Saturday morning cartoons. There was that.
Mm-hmm.
There was Dragon Ball Z, and then you had Spider-Man. You had the OG Power Rangers, the first saga, which was beautiful. After 5,000 years, I'm free. So yeah, there's definitely a lot. I didn't really get too much into like Doug or Hey Arnold or those shows.
Hey Arnold, I feel is a little bit after us. Doug was our time. Doug was our time. Well, so like I was thinking about it, like
Dennis the Menace was a cool show.
Yeah, the cartoon or
the cartoon.
Yeah,
definitely the cartoon.
I was thinking, what was the one? There was
Animaniacs too.
Yeah, Animaniacs. Rugrats was another one that was our time.
I never really got into Rugrats though. I mean, it was okay, but like, there's definitely like The Simpsons.
Yeah, well, The Simpsons have been around forever, dude.
I started out in like '85.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They were before us.
Yeah, but I mean, we still grew up on it.
Yeah. And then we were around when Family Guy first came around too.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about like how messed up fucking Ren and Stimpy was.
Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
That was dope.
That was a good one too.
Batman Beyond was cool, but I feel like the original Batman the Animated Series was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Batman was good, and I liked how they played in. Like they kept that went on forever. That series, it felt like it went on forever.
Well, it was a couple seasons.
Yeah, and then they threw in Batman Beyond.
Yeah, we just tied into that. And then there's the Justice League, Justice League Unlimited. I never got into a Superman show because I'm not like I like the Boy Scout, but I'm not.
See, I was never like I didn't really like the Justice League either.
They had a few good episodes.
I mean, it was just I always liked the funny one from like the 70s.
Okay. Yeah.
Where it was like, and now in the Hall of Justice, and it was like the old like the disco versions of them would come out and like Scooby Doo, like Scooby Doo was in an episode too. I think one time like they were just throwing everybody in there.
Scooby Doo.
Oh, dude, I loved.
That was back in the 70s.
Dude, I still love watching Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo's so good.
Yeah, I can watch. I mean, the movies. I didn't like the movies that much.
The thing that kind of saved those movies was Linda Cardellini
and
Matthew Lillard.
And how good Matthew Lillard was made for that role. Yeah, but there was a cartoon. They did like a reboot, and it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
that one was actually pretty good.
Dude, they got a Velma show.
I know, but I'm talking about that's weird, dude.
Yeah.
But that reboot that's on Netflix was more about like the history of their town, and like why there's so many how the weird shit always happened there. It was actually pretty cool. It was only like 3 or 4 seasons. It was actually pretty neat. But there were like 32 episodes a season.
The best Scooby Doo appearance though was Supernatural. Yeah. Vampires are oh my god, Fred's she's like, we could have been killing Dracula for real?
Yep.
And then who's Daphne's like, oh my god, does that mean there's a heaven and a hell?
Dude, so here, I was thinking about it when I thought of the idea of doing, shows that we would watch as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember waking up, like here, what did you watch before you went to school?
Before I went to school?
So like I'm talking
Pokemon.
about like from like let's do like 4th grade through like 8th grade.
I remember definitely junior high, I think it was Pokemon. That's what I watched. Before then, I don't think I watched anything. I just had breakfast in school.
Dude, do you remember VR Troopers?
Yeah.
Dude, I would wake up because it would play at like 6:30 in the morning on Channel 50. I remember that, and I'd never really wake up early for school, but I would always wake up early just to watch an episode or two.
Yeah.
And dude, that was an underrated show.
I guess, yeah.
I mean,
it's kind of like
it was a virtual reality Power Rangers.
Right. Yeah. Oh, do you remember Animals too?
Yeah.
Oh, there's also
all the Transformer shows.
Transformers, the
Beast Wars. Yeah.
Beast Wars. Yeah. Which is kind of cool now that they came out. They finally incorporated that into
the movies. Yeah. Oh, dude, I feel like our generation, like the animation, there was so many good cartoons.
Yeah.
Like every big, group had one. Warner Brothers had them. Fox had them. Disney had them. Like they're all of them had awesome shows.
Yeah.
And then like the Marvel ones sucked. There wasn't that many good hardcore Marvel ones.
Well, the big hitters were
Spider-Man and X-Men.
Yeah.
But I mean, they had some other ones. Like the animation that they had for like most of the Avengers were shitty.
Oh yeah,
except for like the ones like 10 years ago. There was a Marvel Avengers show that was out.
Okay.
Dude, that one was really good. I don't know where you could find it. You might be able to find it on Disney Plus now.
Earth Mightiest Heroes one?
No, it was a different one. It was really good, dude. They did the Infinity Saga.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was a really good one.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. What's it called? Is it just?
I think it was just Marvel Avengers.
Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah, because then it brought in Nick Fury and all them, but it modeled after the movies. But it was really good. That show was really good. But then like Earth's Mightiest, I did not like that one.
The animation wasn't great. The stories are good though.
But it was the animation and like the voice actors and stuff. The way that it was just put together, I didn't like it. And then we had G.I. Joe, where they would have the huge battle. Oh yeah, Avengers Assemble. That was the one, dude.
Avengers Assemble.
2012 to 2019. Yeah, that was a good show.
5 seasons.
Yeah. But I feel like they had a lot of episodes per season.
Yeah. Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America and you come in Falcon.
And see, the way that they did Falcon in the cartoon, I liked that concept more than the way that they did it in the movies.
I think like the way they did it in the movies was more grounded. Though.
Yeah, but I like the way that they had this kid who was a genius and did all this other kind of stuff, who was on the level of like becoming like an Iron Man type person, and they recruited him to be a
Well,
part
the thing is, how many times can you do that without going that black kid?
Well,
Hero
yeah.
Falcon and then Riri Williams and was Iron Man? No, Iron Man was part of Ultron.
Yeah.
But you know, they
But
say
I
if you're
feel-
retelling the same story, but it's like, oh no, we gotta go back to that.
Yeah, but I mean they had it with Falcon.
Because Falcon's like the guy that became Falcon after what's his name? Sam Wilson is a Mexican kid.
Yeah.
And he was
Falcon.
Falcon. Yeah, Falcon. You know, but he like changed the colors. He went to like the classic green and orange, I think, colors.
Yeah.
Which was the original colors for the Falcon, not the red and white. And he had the actual Falcon that was the not Red Wing, the fucking robot AI little thing that Tony Stark gave him.
Yeah, that thing came in handy.
Yeah, it was good. I'm just saying, it's like you could actually have brought a trained Falcon.
Yeah. Then there's Agents of Smash. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
Where all the Hulks.
Dude, I remember even the Iron Man show where they had Spider Woman and
Mhm.
everything. That was There's the old Fantastic Four show too.
Yeah. Dude, Captain America, or not Captain Planet.
Yeah,
Captain
Captain Planet was
Planet.
good.
I always thought they would have rebooted that. I thought they were supposed to. I thought there was something that.
Greta Thunberg.
No. I thought they were going to try to do like a.
destroying
I thought
planets.
a actual like live action
Yeah,
Captain
Greta
Planet.
Thunberg could be Captain Planet.
No, she's irrelevant.
No, she's not. She's still around. She's like 21 now, dude.
That's
Still
why
trying to
that's
save
why
the
she's
planet.
irrelevant, because they're like, yeah, she's an adult. You know, she looks like fucking Gollum.
But yeah,
Oh, dude! All right. So, did you ever watch Channel 11, like the shows,
maybe.
PBS?
Yeah.
Like Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Ghost Rider? Ghost Rider was, dude. I loved Ghost Rider as a show. I'd watch that show religiously every fucking week. And like, what was the other one? Wishbone. I loved watching Wishbone. That's the only reason why we got that Jack Russell Terrier when I was younger, is because I wanted that dog. I wanted to be like Wishbone.
Yeah, it was good too. Peanuts.
Yeah.
Peanuts was good.
Yeah.
And, Snoopy, Charlie Brown in the game.
Did you ever watch the Carmen San Diego? Like, but there was the game show. Where in the world?
Oh, yeah.
Where in the world is
There
Carmen
was the
San
game
Diego?
show, and then there was the actual like cartoon show.
Yeah. The new one that was on Netflix was pretty good.
I never saw it.
Yeah, I forgot the girl's name that's in it.
Hmm.
She's pretty famous. But I remember I was watching there was some short that was going through on YouTube, and it was the singers from the game show. They were like the acapella guys.
Okay.
They'd be like, "Where in the world is Carmen?" Like, and they just kept on doing the whole song, and I'm like,
Did you ever catch that bitch?
no, she just kept on getting away.
She's like Waldo. I
Yeah.
think her and Waldo were having.
I mean, they're
everything.
similar. You can't find them. They would find each other. They'd be on the way.
So if you could find Waldo, but by the time you get to him, he's gone.
Yeah.
He moved. You gotta find him again.
And then we were around for the better versions of all the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And then it got really weird after that.
There's so many of them. Like I think the only ones I saw were the first one, and then it was like the Turbo.
Well, I remember the original. Like, so it was the original 5,
Yeah.
and then they added the Green Ranger,
Mhm.
and then they added the White Ranger,
So there was.
and then they
Mighty Morphin.
changed, the group in the side of it, but it was still the Mighty Morphin Power
Yeah.
Rangers.
That's
And that's
what
when
I'm
I
saying.
stopped watching it.
That was the Mighty Morphin. I saw
Yeah.
all of that, and then they got the Turbo one,
Okay.
which was after the was a movie or two.
Yeah.
I think they did 2 movies.
Yeah, they did 2 movies with
The
like that group.
Ooze.
Yeah, I have an ooze.
I would ooze. Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Apocalypse ooze. But yeah, and then they did Turbo, and that's when they had the little kid who turned into a grown up.
Yeah.
It was like a rip off of Shazam. It's like, oh, it's a power. It would have been funny if they just like had him as a kid dressed up as a Blue Ranger. Just,
This
I'm
little
gonna beat
this
your ass.
little
And you
kid
see a
comes around.
buddy,
with it.
buddy patrol guy just holding his head like, yeah, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, dude.
That would have been fun. But,
And then all right, most of the shows on Nickelodeon I watched. Like I loved all the game shows.
yeah.
Like Double Dare? I loved Double Dare. What was the other one that Mark Summers did? There was another game show that he did that was on that. I forgot what it was called. And then Guts.
I
Was
finally
always
saw the documentary.
yeah. Fucked up, ain't it?
Oh yeah. Like me and Tali watched it. And I think I was paying more attention than her, but she was like, "That's so messed up." And I think, well, I had already seen the part of the interview with Drake Bell, but like I saw the whole thing. I was like, dude. Like, and then you see him like, dude, that takes balls to talk about it.
Yeah.
For real, because like he doesn't say like I got raped and molested, but he's like telling you he's like the worst thing you could do to a human being. I was like,
Yeah.
he's like, just imagine. He's like, I don't need to tell you. Just imagine it. Like, what's the worst thing you could do to a teenager boy if you're a pedophile?
Yeah. And the one dude was the worst of them all, dude. The fucking fat guy.
Who the Dan?
Well, yeah, the one that was in all that. He did all that shit and all that. The fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the worst of them all. He was the one fucking diddling most of them.
Yeah, that was messed up. But it just reminded me.
But getting to the lighter side of
Yeah.
Nickelodeon
Yeah.
that I liked, I remember, dude. So I remember Snick in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are You Afraid of the Dark was probably one of my
Dude,
favorites.
I loved watching Are You Afraid of the Dark.
I mean, that's the whole concept for a campfire story in our show.
Yeah.
It's like,
I love that. And then what was the like Rocco's Modern Life?
Mhm.
I love that one.
What do you think? We had a dog named Rocco.
Yeah. What was the? Oh God, what was? There was another show on Nickelodeon. I couldn't remember. I mean, you weren't into Doug. I'd watch Doug every
Looney
once in a while.
Tunes, dude.
Yeah, Looney Tunes.
Tom
is
and
good.
Jerry.
Yep.
Tom and Jerry, like I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, the Tom and Jerry's before we were we were even born.
But like those
Yeah.
are the we watch.
I love
watching
those.
the reruns.
Yes.
And my favorite.
I
by
did-
far.
I didn't like it when they started to talk.
Oh no, that was horrible.
It was so
That was
much
with,
better.
That was with the movie like 10 years ago. or something
Yeah,
like
but I hated when they started
that.
talking. It was good when they didn't talk, because then you just kind of had to really.
The best thing was when Spike or something like, whenever they did something to Tom and they like smashed his tail or something,
Mhm.
he's like, ah, that scream, dude. But you could hear like it was guttural, dude. That kid, like his soul left his body. And it was just so funny. He's like, ah. And you just see the little mouse running away.
There's not shows like that anymore, man. None of the stuff that we grew up watching, like,
Well, no, it's like
and even when they try to remake the stuff, it's not the same.
yeah, like Looney Tunes are funny.
Yeah.
Like, they used to be back in the day. Like Bugs, like this is like
Well, dude, it was still all stuff before we were born. Like that's when it was
yeah,
funny.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny dressed up as a woman and fucking trick Elmer Fudd
Oh, dude, when they were able to get away with all the stuff. Yeah.
with all the stuff.
Yeah, with all the stuff that the woke people don't want anymore, but we grew up on it.
Mhm.
Like all the people that are woke are our age who saw all this shit and grew up with it and were completely fine.
Mhm.
Nothing bad happened to any of us
Yeah.
while we were watching this shit.
Hey, you know what's funny? Just thinking about this because we were talking about the shows. So Peppa the Pew got canceled.
Yes.
He got removed from
Mhm.
the roster. You know who was harassed like that? Helga.
Yeah.
She never got canceled.
Yeah, that's true.
She was like grabby.
Oh yeah, I know. She was borderline fucking pedophile when she was a kid.
Or just rapey.
Yeah, raping.
Not pedophile. They were both underage.
I know, but she could do it.
And they're both animated.
But
But
they're football head and stuff.
but
Goosebumps.
and
Oh,
there's other-
Goosebumps,
was
dude.
good.
That was another one. I guess the new one that came out with Justin Long.
Yeah, I haven't.
That one's supposed to be pretty good.
I haven't watched
But dude, I don't know. That is one show and book series where I read every single book.
I read
was-
some.
Oh, dude. Well, I
I
bought.
read some.
Remember, we would have Scholastic.
Yeah.
Every whatever when we'd order
Yeah, it
the
was a
books.
book fair,
Dude,
basically.
I ordered every Goosebumps book.
Yeah.
And dude, I gave them all to my nephew.
Griffin.
Yeah, and I wish I would have kept them.
Yeah.
But dude, I would read those books religiously, and I still remember my favorite one is A Night in Terror Tower.
Yeah.
That book, the show, the episode in Goosebumps is good.
I can't remember the names of the books, but they had some
I
really
just,
cool ones.
oh yeah, but I just remember that one specifically because they were in like the Tower of London, and then they like went back in time, and then all this other stuff that was going on. It was so good, and that was the main one that I liked. And then
I love the covers. Dude.
Oh, dude, the covers were the best.
Yeah.
He had R.L. Stine had some of the best cover art like ever.
Look at that.
Yeah. Here, go down. What was the one title? Top best Goosebumps books. Let's see that one. That one. What did you got? It says top best Goosebumps books. Let's see which one. Oh, book covers. Okay.
Yeah, covers are so good. This one's good.
Ghost Beach. Oh yeah. Oh, Deep Trouble. Yeah, Stay Out of the Basement. That was a good episode. Oh, The Haunted Mask, dude. Yes. The Haunted Mask 1 and 2 was one of the best ones.
Isn't that they made a movie about that too? Like it was like it wasn't an R.L. Temple. It was like kind of a ripoff.
Yeah. But yes, I remember that one because yes, that was one of the best ones
on Fox Kids TV.
Yeah, I love that one. Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. I remember that one too. Oh yeah, The Barking Ghost. Don't remember Werewolf Skin.
I remember the werewolf one.
There was I remember the werewolf.
Like the 14th book or something. Curse of Camp Coldplay stuff. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
You Can't Scare Me. Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, that one was messed up too.
Yeah.
And actually, that one was really good as an episode.
Yeah. Dude, they made a movie about that. It was called Dead Silent.
Oh, dude.
Which is not based off that, but it's like based on dummies. And I was like, oh, R.L. Stine, Night of the Living Dead.
That was such a good book series. Are books still coming out? Are they still doing books?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's a weird head. They went back too far. Goosebumps books, maybe.
I don't think there's any new ones. Oh shit!
No. Well, you go down. Probably just says how many. Oh, here you go. Goosebumps. The series that we know.
Welcome to Dead House. Wait,
What?
is this a TV show?
So here, no. So look, Goosebumps, 1992 to 1997. Then in Tales to Give You Goosebumps, Give Yourself Goosebumps. Goosebumps movies adaptations. So the actual books look like it was from 92 to 97. And then those are just like different like groups put together.
62 books.
Yeah, I had all of them. They were so good, dude. And the best part about it is that some of them are pretty long, but they were easy reads because they were for kids.
Parents who, why they were they canceled? Parents who felt they were too frightened for kids to handle contains a bad and the quick games. I can see that. You know.
Whatever.
It's not like they made a Freddy Krueger or Goosebumps.
Yeah. But it was a good way for kids to use their imagination and kind of get a feel for, what like the words say. Here, go back to like the book list real quick, because there was one, dude. I can't remember the name of it. Like, is there one just like that shows just like Goosebump covers, like pick Goosebump book covers, like all the covers. Oh yeah, Say Cheese and Die. What was the one? Let's see, A Night in Terror Tower. That's my favorite. Go Eat Worms. I remember that one. Yeah. There was one about like.
It was about vampires and everything too.
There was one where I can't remember. Like there was.
Weed worms, I remember this one.
It was like an apartment complex, and there was the one room. It was like damn it, what was it? Not the ghost next door. It was like aliens lived next door to them. I can't remember.
Wasn't it vampires?
No, because it was a weird like white room, and it would be like really weird noises. Oh man, I can't remember. That's not all of them, is it?
62, 6, 7, 8.
I see, that's only 24.
Are there 235 Goosebumps books?
Here, keep going down. See if there's like
In total.
The original series is only 62. Anyway, whatever that book was, all those dude were. That was one of the best things of our childhood. Was that?
Yep.
And
I was really psyched when I was like, they're coming out with a TV show. I won't have to read anymore.
No, I still read them, dude. Because like if you go to the Night Terror Tower, and you read that book, and then you watch the episode is phenomenal. But dude, like the detail in the book.
Yeah. Well, a book's always going to be better.
I know, but it's just like you're just like, dude.
It's like I don't know if you ever read It, the book.
No, I didn't read it. No.
That's like.
Yeah, I know it's pretty.
Yeah. Okay. So much. The new movies are good. They're not bad, and the original one with Tim Curry, that's a classic.
Oh yeah.
So you like I couldn't
watch that at night.
Yeah, no.
That was the only thing. So, I would always watch it during the day.
But if you read the book, there's parts where you're like, oh, I could see why they left that out of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, we're at our 30 mark. So, do you want to bust out the 3 generations?
Yeah, but I just gotta say, dude, we grew up in an era where I feel like, dude, we grew up with the best music.
90s music. Well,
I'm talking about like the range of music. Yeah. Like I'm talking about not just one specific genre. I'm talking about we grew up in an era where there was monsters in every genre of music. I feel like.
Well, there's that, and because
like other like in the 50s and the 60s, it was only like
but
one or two.
Yeah, but we weren't too far separated from like the classic music.
Too. Oh, I know, but I feel like from the 80s to the early 2000s, like that era, that 30-year period of music, is insane.
Before auto-tune was.
Yeah, well, I mean, but you got that, and I would even say like for television, like television shows and animation, that's another section that was unbelievable.
It's definitely
because everybody, it was more about being at home watching TV with your family. Like, dude, we didn't even cover like Family Matters, fucking Roseanne, like all those other shows. Yeah, like all those live action shows that were out there, dude. Like all the sitcoms that were out there that we didn't even talk about.
That's true.
Like, dude, there was so much. Like, what was it? TGIF. Thank God It's Friday. All those shows. Boy Meets World.
Yep.
Fucking Home Improvement. What was the other one? There was there was so many of them. You know, it's like I like Urkel, dude. Fucking Urkel. We didn't talk about Urkel.
No.
All right, before he was still giving people the pills. You know, Cosby Show, Saved by the Bell. Well, dude, like aside from his illegal activity that he did,
that show was awesome.
That was one of the best shows of what you'd want like a family life to be. You know, and I felt like that. You know, it was. He did a really good job on the show. Personal life, not so much. Yeah. But that show was unbelievable.
Yeah, you had your Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Dude, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air every fucking week watching that, you know. I still get like when I see the one episode when it's towards the end of the series.
Where his dad?
When he cries when they're moving out and he yells at Uncle Phil, why doesn't my dad love me or whatever? Like, why does my dad not want me? Like, dude, that fucking scene.
Yeah.
That is like, I feel like their emotion together, even though it was part of the show, I feel like their emotions together was real.
Like he projected himself to like a real life thing.
Well, yeah, I know.
That's why it was so fucking surreal.
But I'm talking about if you saw their interaction at that moment, like. It didn't feel as if.
Why don't you love me, man?
Yeah. That it didn't feel as if it was a show anymore.
It went from a comedy to like a drama like that.
Yes, but I felt like those two together, Shredder and Will Smith, put together. Shredder. Dude, that's another thing. We didn't talk about the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Well, we didn't touch on it because I think we've already covered that one.
Yeah, but I'm talking about it was a show that we watched growing up.
True.
You know.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I just like there was. We grew up in such an amazing time for television.
Animated and sitcoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Like,
sure.
dude, it's crazy because you have like when TVs first came out, like the shows where those are like
Dude, I remember
infamous shows.
I know these
But
were probably before our time too, but like the reruns of All in the Family.
yeah, dude.
And then the Jeffersons.
Yes. What was the fuck
We're moving on.
the one with Arnold?
Arnold.
Not Arnold. Is it Arnold?
What's Arnold?
What do you, like? Oh God, the little guy.
Troy Verne. Oh, Danny DeVito.
No, it was the rich white guy adopted the two brothers and had the daughter.
Different Strokes.
Yeah, was it Different Strokes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gary
Different
Coleman?
Strokes. Yeah, Gary Coleman, dude. Yes.
Dude, you had like the biggest brain fart.
But isn't his name Arnold in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Arnold is a brother.
Oh, Arnold.
Oh no, Willis.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And isn't his name Arnold?
I think so. No.
Like that show?
You just went all over.
I know.
it. Arnold, the little guy. And I was
the
like,
little guy.
Schwarzenegger?
No, dude. And then yeah, Family Matters, Family Ties, All in the Family, Sanford and Son.
Do you remember Alf?
Yes.
And what was the one with they had the fucking Yeti in their house?
Harry and the Hendersons?
Yes. with
That
John
was a
Lithgow.
movie. Yeah.
Was it a movie?
That was a movie. Yeah.
Oh,
Harry and the Hendersons was a movie.
Yeah. Well, it's just there was so much content out there.
Yeah. And dude, that's another thing. We didn't even talk about like movies we grew up with too.
Oh, that could be another episode.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like, I just feel like from 1980 to about 2005
Mhm.
is a period of history.
Beverly Hills 90210, dude, the original one.
Yeah. Whatever. Beverly Hill Billies.
Yes.
All right. F Troop. That shit my dad would watch as a kid. The Dick Van Dyke Show.
Bonanza.
Mr. Ed. Like,
Yeah.
all right, here. Nick at Night.
Mm-hmm.
Nick
Plus-
at Night. I loved watching Nick at Night.
Dude, Adult Swim.
Yeah, but Nick at Night was all the old shit from like the 60s and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the I Love Lucy show and all those. Like, dude,
I love
we had
Lucy. Was
we had all of that stuff.
Bewitched.
Yeah.
I Dream of Jeannie.
Mm-hmm.
We had to watch all that shit.
Yeah, dude.
They probably couldn't do that now. They
Most,
sexualize Jeannie so bad right now.
yeah, but then Jeannie would be like,
I'm
"You want me to
woke.
do what? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm a independent woman."
I'm
like,
an independent Jeannie. I can rub my own lamp.
yeah, and he'd be like, "I rubbed your lamp, bitch. Do that." And she'd be like, "No, not happening." And then 2 seconds later, she's like, "Okay,
You don't own me. I own your lamp.
all right, fine. I don't want to make any wishes. Get back in that fucking lamp." Then you hear her go, "Could you rub me? Could you just rub the lamp a little bit to get me out?"
Did that remind me of Aladdin? Anybody live in space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
They actually showed it. I think there was an episode where they went in the lamp and it was like spacious.
Probably.
Like,
I'm sure. Yeah, they did. They did because she would be in there
Yeah.
all the time, and she had her bed in her house or
She had a
little room.
condo in there.
Yeah, she had a
dude.
condo all set up, and she'd be like, "Oh, fine." I remember she was like reading a magazine, and he was like rubbing the lamp, and she goes, "Oh, okay," and like went up.
Yeah.
Get smart.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Dude, Inspector Gadget, Garfield.
Yep.
It's so much original stuff coming
Mhm.
out.
Yeah, dude.
Ninja Turtles was definitely top notch.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant. And that, you know, what was the best thing about like 80s cartoon shows and even 90s? Like the intro songs were so, they
Yeah.
were fucking cooking. Dude.
Oh, I know, dude. They were just like they were on point with like anime songs.
And it was like, dude, I remember when I was in junior high, I would watch Pokemon before I went to school.
Pokemon.
Yeah, dude, and it would get you pulling.
Yeah.
I want to be the very best. And I was like, hell yeah, Ash Ketchum. Go
Oh,
catch those Pokemon.
dude, I loved
stars.
Cowboy Bebop's theme song.
Oh, yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
A jazz jam.
Yep.
Is it jazz or like blues?
That would be
swing?
like jazz fusion
Yeah.
type stuff. Yeah, that. Oh, Bebop. It'd be Bebop.
Yeah.
Because he's Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I guess.
They did that. show.
Silverhawks. Did you ever watch that?
Oh yeah, dude.
Silverhawks. That was
Yes, that was another
awesome.
good one.
G-Force was a good
G-Force.
anime.
Who? Voltron.
Voltron, Messenger Z.
Yeah.
Those are more like my brother's age, but I watched.
Oh,
them.
Voltron. was-
Robotech, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, my
Voltron
God.
was our age. Voltron.
Voltron was.
Yeah.
Messenger Z was before.
Yeah.
Because I think Voltron was like the blueprint for Power Rangers, kind of.
Kinda. I would say so.
Yeah.
They're very similar, except like they didn't fight that much.
No.
Like the Voltron dudes didn't fight that much.
And then in Power Rangers, you had those dudes and like a big dude in a
Their
cardboard
Zords.
suit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's the best part about those? Like if you go back and watch them, it's like watching an old Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
You see all those cardboard
Well, that's the one thing that got me whenever I'd watch when it was like when they had the Zord battles.
Yeah.
Were all the fucking people.
Yeah. It's like, didn't like 1 million people die in that battle?
Yeah. Like
it's like, hey, and then it's like, hey, houses are cheap in Angel Grove.
Yeah. Like, as Angel Grove just magically is rebuilt in a day.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is like there was a topic in a comic books about that, like how Gotham City is like horrible and there's always tragedies because of the Joker or whatever rogue is going crazy at the time with Batman. It's like, why do people live there? They're like, because everybody's broke and it's cheap to live there, and like a lot of the people that, well, not a lot of the people, but a substantial amount of the people that live there are corrupt or involved in some way or somehow, like just kind of like they're like, this is the best we can do right now, so we're living in a crime-ridden city. Instead of like, hey, I'm moving away to Metropolis where there's a Superman.
Yeah. Metropolis had the sunshine and everything, and Gotham was all dark.
Yeah, it was like Seattle and Florida kind of.
Pretty much, yeah. So you want to bust out the tres?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Should I do my punishment and you do the tres generaciones?
It don't matter. You're doing your punishment regardless.
Yeah, we'll save the punishment for the next one.
Okay. But yeah, TV shows from the 70s, 80s, and 90s are awesome, dude.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Transformers.
Yep.
Oh,
Transformers.
The movie, like the 80s movie.
The animated one?
Yes. Yeah. Where everyone died, and then only a few came back.
That's where you're like, we don't want to hire these voice actors.
And that's when, what was his name? Hot Rod?
Yeah.
He became Rodimus Prime. Because he got the spark from Optimus.
I wonder what they're going to do with Wanimus Prime. So we're going to be drinking Tres Generaciones Tequila Añejo.
Ooh, so it's been aged for over a year.
Mm-hmm. Smells good, dude. Smooth. Where's the... okay. Let's do this. 1 cup, 2 cup.
And I was trying to find out if they were actually doing a reboot of Captain Planet. It does not look like it.
No.
I remember seeing a thing where they were saying they were going to. It was going to be like on Netflix.
Triple Distillation. There you go, sir.
Oh, did you pour mine?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And I saw that they finally officially greenlighted the last Ronin movie.
It's going to be rated R, dude.
Well, it needs to be.
Yep. Dude, I don't even know if they're going to do the game anymore because they're going to do the movie.
No, I don't think they'll do the game.
The game would have been so good.
I wish they would have done the game.
I know. I hope they still do it.
After the movie, they do the game?
Yeah. So.
To the childhood that we had, where we had fucking awesome things.
Yes.
And most kids don't know anything about that stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
It's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Without further ado, we bid you good night. Remember to follow us, check us out wherever you get your podcasts, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.